Welcome to I Rose, and on this channel we talk about addiction and life after addiction because yes, there is life after addiction.
Woohoo! I have a new logo, but I don't have an intro video yet. Sorry.
Today's video is a pick-a-card reading talking about what is keeping you from overcoming your addiction. So take a look at the piles here. Use your intuition to determine which pile most resonates with your energy and with the question at hand today. Once you've picked a pile, you can go to the description box and there's a link with the time and you can jump to the time of your pile. Alright, so you have group 1, it's a chevron amethyst, group 2 is an onyx, and group 3 is labradorite. Alright, see you at your reading. Thank you. Welcome group 1 to your reading. So today we will look at why is it that you're unable to overcome this addiction. So what I'm feeling like, I'm getting right off the bat that you may have really intense emotions, and these emotions may cause you to engage in your addiction. And it's almost like you can't control the emotions, or there's kind of like no other coping skill that works as well as doing this addiction. I also see that there may be some sense of just not feeling safe. So whether that's like your home or in relationships, there's just like the sense there's no like firm foundation. Maybe you've tried to quit this addiction before, but you tend to go back. I also see that you might be thinking that you're able to control it, or have tried, or maybe you have been sober or not engaged in this addiction for some time, but then a relapse occurs. It's almost like, when will it just be over? Like, why isn't it over yet? And the sense of impatience and in really abstaining from whatever it is that you're doing. It seems like there's also some like discrepancy with the truth, or like your self-honesty and what you're sharing, like what you think about the situation. I think that you might be isolating and doing this alone, and no one's really aware about what's going on, because I just feel like you might be just at home. You might even like live with your parents, but I'm seeing that there's just like this hiding of whatever you're doing. And that also what's impacting you from not being able to overcome it is just that feeling of self-worth and feeling like you deserve all of the good things in life. It might even be a resistance to change, and like scared to grow. I feel like there's this sense of just staying really closed off and kind of stuck in your head, and maybe just like replaying the past too. Maybe like past, I also feel like there's a past relationship that is hindering your ability to overcome this. It might be a romantic relationship, or just like a group of friends, or one friend that keeps kind of bringing you down and encouraging you to continue in this pattern. But I do see that there is so much hope for this group. There's the opportunity for new growth. Like, I think getting a new job could be really helpful. I'm seeing that maybe your job, maybe the environment, or maybe you're not even making enough money and it's just wearing you down, where it feels like just like this sense of unhappiness and unknowing, like, and not believing like you're good enough for this. But I feel like I see in that you will discover like you are the diamond in the rough. Like, you have these amazing abilities that you deserve so much more. And it's also like, it feels like you've kind of ignored this addiction, and that you haven't taken conscious steps towards it. So like you haven't, maybe you said you would go to like AA or NA meetings, or that you would just that you would do things and you're not following through with them. I see that that's really hindering your ability to abstain from this. It's almost like you might have also thought like you would outgrow it and like it would just stop, but that's not the case. Oh yeah. It feels like you have this, it feels like you have a great destiny for you. I really feel that. I feel like you have the ability to help other people who struggle with a similar thing. And I'm seeing that you could actually be a teacher. I think you have great intellect. That's what I'm sensing. And that you have this ability to help other people. But I think it's really that you're having this tough time kind of sustaining your recovery. I really see that in your destiny, you will overcome this, and you will help other people. It's just that right now, there's a sense of control and an inability to surrender and really accept, I think, everything that's happened and cope with those emotions and kind of take time for yourself and do that self-care and self-love. And I really feel like investing in yourself will be the right thing to do, because it feels like some basic things, like not basic, but just some things that are very important, maybe like your home environment as well as like your job and your relationships, they're all hindering you from truly overcoming this, because there's just like an energy going on where maybe you want to just isolate and be away from people, and it's easier to numb the pain through engaging in some sort of addictive behavior. But I see that when you have the patience to really like invest in yourself and really take the time to follow through with what you say, because I do feel like there's a sense of self-honesty and disillusion within the self, that once you're more honest with yourself, then you'll be able to overcome this and grow. Like I'm really seeing this growth, because I do also feel like I feel like you've overcome other things, and that you might be like, okay, why can't I just get over this? Like this is really keeping me down. Like, but yeah, your potential is huge, and so I want you to know that. Okay, in group 1, I wanted to pull some other cards, messages from your angels. So I wanted your angels to come through and send you a message. A few messages for guidance and hope, or maybe some advice as well. So are there any messages for group 1? Yeah, I love when they jump out. Okay. So one is, you can fly, just close your eyes and use your imagination. So this is really a confirmation that you have the ability to do whatever you set your mind to. You have so much great potential, like we talked about. And so it's really just you believing that, and you believing that you deserve that, and that your energy and what you do, what you put in your body, the things you consume with your mind, like TV, social media, stuff like that, should uplift you. Okay. Play with me and your life will become an adventure. Can you see this? So with this one, I'm feeling like you might be you might be working too much, or you're just being so serious all the time that you might even just be like in your feelings a lot, where there's just so much hopelessness or like despair, where just there's so much life has to offer, and that's what your angels want to tell you. And then there's an Aphrodite's gown here. So for this one, I'm feeling like what you wear and like how you treat yourself, like the time that you're investing in yourself getting ready in the morning. Like it doesn't have to be a fancy gown or like a tuxedo or anything, but like you are putting out how you feel about yourself. So if you invest more in how you look, not being superficial or anything, but just like being what makes you happy, right? Like what are the things that you like to wear? Like are you just waking up and putting your pajamas on and not showering and going out about your day, right? Because that's going to really impact your energy and make you feel really low vibe. But even just a simple act of like taking a shower in the morning, I mean, whoa, that does wonders. And it can really shift the energy for the day. So just doing those basic self-care, like I'm thinking again, self-care with this card will make a big difference. So then more messages from your angels for group 1. These are from your guardian angels. So we have peace. So with peace, it feels like, for me, this feels like making peace with relationships and that have impacted you. Maybe there's resentments. Just finding that inner peace to forgive people and not let them not giving them that power if they trigger you, or that they like if they say something, right? Because if someone can say something to me, let's say, and it could really be a hurtful thing, but if I have that inner peace within me, then I'm not going to let it bother me or let it ruin my day. Or if I do, maybe I can just accept that and thank it for the gift and the lesson that is teaching me areas that I'm still feeling triggered. Because I know that can definitely happen for me sometimes, but just seeing kind of the lesson in past relationships and in the emotional pain that you've had, and kind of making peace with it and that forgiveness and acceptance. And then also innocence. So knowing that, for me, this makes me feel like there's a lot of shame and guilt, like regarding whatever this addiction is, but like knowing that you have already been forgiven, and to not feel that shame. I know that's like, right, that's hard not to feel that shame, but that you are innocent, you are not guilty of whatever you've done in the past, because today is a new day. And letting go of the past and really believing that you are pure and you are innocent, because that's your destiny. And I think teaching that to other people, you might even be spiritual or religious, where you could be a healer and helping other people, I think. But yeah, those are your messages for today. Thank you so much for joining, and I hope you enjoyed them. Hello, group 2. Thank you for joining. If you chose this little guy, then this is your reading. I believe this is like an onyx. So yeah. Okay, so for this group, I'm really feeling like why you're not able to overcome this addiction is because you might just feel lost. Like you might just feel like stuck in this pattern. It's just like a vicious karmic like circle loop, like repetitive pattern, and you're feeling stuck, like there's no way out. It feels like you feel like you're trapped, or like you're literally in chains, unable to break free, and that there's this sense of just lost passion in life. Like I'm feeling just that there's no zest really for life. There might even be a lot of conflict around you. I do feel for this group in particular, there is a relationship in your life that either you've lost and has been really tough for you, and like you're grieving that loss, or you have this relationship in your life and there's so much conflict, right? There might be like ultimatums and just yelling, or like hurt words, and just maybe even abuse. Honestly, like I just feel a lot of dark energy. Like, and by dark energy, I don't mean like evil energy. I just mean like lower vibe, right? So that could mean just like arguments or just resentments going on. And I feel that in the home environment, and then I also feel it in the inner. So I feel an inner conflict too, where your mind might be pulling in all these different directions. And it's like, maybe I feel like I really should give up this addiction, but I can't. Like, I am stuck. Like, I am, and I'm unable. It's like I'm unable to grow. I'm unable to get out of the situation that I'm in. Like, I feel so completely stuck, and I feel that energy right now. And I feel like you might even have these dreams that seem so far out of reach, where it's just like, I don't even know where I would begin, right? Like, these dreams just seem like dreams because of this stuckness, this just like this locked in energy that I'm sensing. And I also feel like there's this judgment from other people that you're not getting much support, and that there's all this judgment, right? It's the judgment that and shame that I think you're putting on yourself, as well as it could be these other people who are like, why can't you just fix this? Like, what is wrong with you, right? And I see that there's just so much fear that you have related to changing, and just like, how am I going to start new? Like, I just don't know how, and maybe I'm not ready. Maybe I don't have, and there's also this question of like being brave to tell other people, to really like admit it and accept what's going on and what has been going on, because I just see that there's keeping it to yourself and a lot of like being closed off from other people. And I'm seeing that if you were to make choices in your life, it would be very beneficial to you. But I'm seeing that you might not even be understanding like what options are available to you right now. Like, it feels like you're just completely lost. And like, also that all these other people are like, you should do this, why aren't you doing this? And you're like feeling just really like stuck. Feels like you lost your power as well. And I really feel like wherever you're living, and especially like with your family, I feel like they might be triggering, or they might cause you to engage in whatever behavior that you are, and that it's just like a repetitive pattern, like, and almost that it's like in your lineage, right? It could be in your genes, where in your genetics, where maybe other people in your family struggle with the same thing, and it's just like there's this stigma from other people. But really, I think there's a lot going on with this group. Bless you, Sushi. There's a lot of different things going on, where I think you've not been able to do the things that you love, enjoy life, like do whatever passions you have, and to get out. And really, because I'm getting this message that life is a playground, and you have felt stuck and unable to play. But I see that if you're able to move out of whatever unhealthy relationship that you're engaged in right now, that will bring the fun, that will release you from this pattern, and you will be able to move on and overcome. I'm also feeling like there's this difficult relationship with yourself, and feeling that self-love, just right, like mirror, just like what do you see when you look in the mirror? Like, can you make friends with yourself, with who you are? Because you are amazing, and that's what your team wants you to know, is that you have the ability to go out and have fun and love and let go and start new, right? Like, your team wants you to start new. They want to see you start, like, have this fresh, just like the Fool and Tarot, like, we're just like, this is new and this is fun and this is fresh and this, and like, I feel this fear of making mistakes, but everybody makes mistakes. Like, you can't know exactly which path is going to be the best, but the one that you're on right now is is not the best. It's tough. It is a karmic circle, a karmic loop. Like, you do this, I do this. You do this, okay, I'm going to do this. And there's just so many really difficult feelings here that are keeping you in this cocoon where you're not able to break free and really like learn and understand who you are. Because I think that you may have lost touch with who you really are inside and all of the wonderful things that you have to offer. And that's Anya over there. So also that could be a message for you to get like animal therapy. Like, if you have an animal, like, spend more time with your animals. Like, because animals give us that unconditional love where we might not be able to get that from people. Like, I know for me, my animals, dang, they give me the best kind of love in the world, and it's uncomparable. Like, you can't compare it, right? Uncomparable. I don't know, but you get me, right? So then also I wanted to bring some messages from your spirit team, your angels, and just some messages of hope for you. I'll do like 3. Okay. Sometimes help comes from the most unlikely places. So with that, like, that means like just being a little bit vulnerable to maybe even a stranger may create like a ripple effect that could impact your life. Like, being more vulnerable with people and really open up, right? Like, not being so closed off. You don't even have to ask for help in that you are just being your own most authentic self. And I think that is where the power can begin. And that is when you're able to realize that you're ready for change, is when someone asks you, you know, how are you doing? And you're like, you know what, just like, life's tough. Or just like, I'm struggling with this. And like, being that vulnerable person, you're going to make friends. People will trust you. I mean, you will trust yourself. There's just so much to be gained from just opening up a little bit. Use your life to create, be joyful, and celebrate. Okay, so your team wants you to be free. Like, they want you to release yourself. And with this one specifically, this is related to a relationship, because this is the card of Juno, and Juno is for relationships. So your relationships should uplift you. They should, like, whenever you are going to see like this person, that person, you should be feeling feelings of joy instead of resentment or fear, or like just like that you like have to do something. So yeah, just getting into that different energy and really like letting go, letting loose will be big for you. Let your imagination take you to amazing places. So like before, we kind of talked about your dreams. So with this one, I'm feeling like you have such a creative mind. I really feel like you have big dreams, but you've been feeling so stuck that you haven't been able to maybe pursue them, just because an addiction is like a full-time job. Like, it literally, like, it is a full-time job. Maybe not saying that you do this, but like just having to protect that addiction or like lie about it. I mean, that can take a lot of energy, whereas there might not be energy left to do the things that you actually enjoy doing, the things that you love doing, maybe like traveling. I see that you like to travel, like that is a passion of yours, but maybe you haven't been able to just even get out of the house, like, and just even express yourself and do the things you love. So your angels are supporting you and saying like, you have such a big imagination. You have so much potential. Like, please, please foster that. Okay, then I have messages from your guardian angels for group 2. From your guardian angel. Guardian angels. Any more messages? One more. Thank you. Okay, motivation. So with this card, this is kind of what we've been talking about, but like that feeling stuck. And with this, your angels want you to set a goal. They want you to set a goal and reach for it, because right now dreams are just dreams and there's no actual like goals that you have. So maybe one goal would be to abstain from this addiction, whatever. That's a great goal, right? But then with that too, is they want you to set goals to actually do that, or actually start to commit to your dream, because they want you to start on your dream. They are waiting for you to start. Like, they are like, when will they start? Like, the world needs you and your gifts. And that is, yeah, they want your guardian angels is really supporting you in speaking your beliefs, speaking your truth, being vulnerable, getting motivated, doing the little things, and hyping yourself up because you're amazing. That's funny. We got new beginning. So this one's new beginnings too. New beginnings again. So with this one, this really, for me, this is talking about ending something that is so unhelpful in your life. So that can definitely be what I'm feeling is a relationship, but also could be a job, could be a home environment, so many things. Your angels feel like you know what this is about, and that they're really doubly supporting you here and saying it's really time to take that leap of faith, because you will be so rewarded. You'll be so surprised with how amazing everything will begin to align. But it's taking, see, this card came up in reverse because there's a lack of courage right now. So it will be taking that courage, really gaining the strength to end an unhelpful like chain that you have had on yourself. And then we have self-belief. For me, self-belief is, this goes back to your dreams. Like, your angels and spirit guides, they are just like, you have, like, please, will you please start writing that book? Like, start writing that song. Like, I don't know, what do you like to do? Start painting that painting. Like, they want you to believe and achieve and get that motivation. Because with this as well, like, there might be like, oh, I'm never gonna get over this addiction. Like, I'm just been stuck. Like, there's no hope for me. This never gonna happen. But like, no, they were like, you can get out of it and you can help other people. But first of all, you have to help yourself. You have to look in the mirror and see, what are these things that are holding you back? Like, where's this heartache and loss, right? How are you trapped in fear? Why, there's so many options to you that you're not able to see right now. So they want you to journal. They want you to reflect. And really, like, it's this self-compassion where if you're able to write down like the 10 best qualities about yourself and ask some people, hey, what do you like about me, right? Because sometimes maybe it can be hard to come up with things that you like about yourself, but hype yourself up, like, really get that courage, because the energy is changing right now and the world is shifting, where there's a big shift happening, and you got to come along, right? We want you to see you there. We want to see you there, and just get all of the rewards that you rightfully deserve. So group 2, that is your reading. I hope that resonated for you, and sending you lots of love. Take care. Bye. Hello, welcome group 3. If you chose this little guy, this little chubby guy, this cutie, then this is your group. So I wanted to share what has been hindering you from overcoming your addiction. So first of all, the message that I'm getting is that there's this loss of hope, kind of this hopelessness, just maybe like this self-belief that you're able to overcome this addiction. I also feel like, well, with this loss of hope, a lot of it might be related to your sense of self, so self-worth and that self-love. I'm feeling a bit of shame and guilt with this, maybe like thinking about the past a lot. I really feel like there's a lot of past thinking, and that is shaping your future right now, and it's keeping you in a bit of a stuck spot. I feel like you are not being your authentic self, however you present to the world. For this group, I'm feeling especially like there's this mask, or like this facade of like, I have to have everything be perfect, like I am perfect, like my job is, like, it might even be that like I'm I'm able to be very functional with my addiction. Like I'm able to hide it. Nobody really knows. And you might even be thinking like it's supporting you in whatever you're doing. Like this addiction, like you might feel like it supports you at work. Like maybe it helps you get your work done. Maybe you are more outgoing when you're doing this addiction. But there's a sense of that I'm feeling that you've not been able to be your true self with whatever you're engaging in. It feels like you have this like side of you that's like very maybe professional, maybe like I'm gonna do this, I can do this, but then there's this other side where it's like you're fighting two demons too, like where it's like there's all of this self-doubt. And I think what I'm getting is that you might get in your head so much where it's unable to control the thought pattern, that there's just a lot of negative thinking, and like from one thing leads to another. Or it might be like from 0 to 100, where like if I'm getting triggered, then I'm engaging in this behavior, and it's just like one thing leads to another, and it really can impact so many different areas of your life is what I'm feeling like. I also feel like there's an unhappiness in your social circle, or like that there has been maybe judgment, but I just feel like there's not harmony in your relationships. Like there might be marital strain, relationship strain, family strain, just different personal relationship strain that I'm really feeling that can be impacting your mood and your thinking. And then also I think that there is like a loss for passion too. Like I'm feeling like maybe with this group that you might be really consumed with thinking like, this is what I have to do to be happy. Like I have to get married. I have to have a really high paying job. I have to have material success. I have to have all of this power. I have to be in a high position. Otherwise I'm not good enough, right? And it's almost like you're placing all of your value on these external things, where I'm seeing that you actually have quite a relationship with your spirituality. You have such a potential, but right now it's being blocked. Right now you're not able to connect to your higher self or to your spirituality. Like it's just like you're stuck so much in the physical world that there's this lost connection with yourself and this disillusionment as well. Like, who am I really? Like I feel like this group, or like you might be just really lost. But it might not look like it on the outside, because you have maybe wealth, you have money, you have achievements, you have education, but there's this like, who am I really? Like, does this really make me happy? Like, am I doing what I really want to be doing? And I think you are not in a spot where you're actually doing what you want, what is your heart really telling you? Because your heart wants you to be the happiest. But I do feel like you have like you're in your head a lot, and that you're overanalyzing. You're thinking, does this person like me? How can I get on their good side? Like there's just this mask and this mind that are working together, but where there's really this lack of heart-centeredness, and lack of connection with yourself. And I feel like there also might be a significant relationship in your life that I feel like there is someone supportive in your life that's helpful, but that it's just been hard to handle everything that's been going on, and so that it is strained as well. I do feel like the universe fully supports you, and there might even be this question of like, does anybody even love me? Like I don't feel the true love, but the universe wants you to know that you are loved and that you're being fully supported right now, and whatever path that you want to choose, you will be supported. It could also be another way too, right? It could be that maybe I don't have the money, but I want the money and I want the achievements and I don't have it. Maybe that's kind of another way to interpret this too, is like, this stuff is so important to me, but I don't have it. And how can I get that? And I think a big part of this is having that external validation, is having that external love, when really, really, really the love should come from within. Because once we have that, then we know that we're good stuff, and we don't need anyone else's approval. So yeah, there's that. But I think if you're able to find whatever passion it is that you have in your life and to really go for that, and it might be something that you've never done before. Maybe you want to learn how to cook, or like how to play pickleball or something. Like maybe you want to learn something, but it's really getting that motivation to try and being vulnerable to do that. Yeah, because I do feel like there is this loop, this pattern, this karmic cycle right now that it almost feels like it can get out of control. But with this group, I do feel like you have had some success in your life, and that it's not been fulfilling, and that you want more, but it's almost like, I'm doing this addiction because it's not fulfilling, and I need more and I want more, but it's just not there, kind of thing. So definitely believing in yourself and having that hope for yourself, I think will help you overcome your addiction. But also, okay, so I wanted to bring some messages from your spirit team, and just from the angels, and any messages that they want to support you with right now. A few messages to help bring some positivity. That was a lot, so we'll just flip these again. Okay, awesome. Okay, so be willing to forgive. So with this, be willing to forgive those who have harmed you. Be willing to forgive yourself. I really feel that too. For me, I feel like it's everyone. I feel like there's this need to forgive everyone from the past, because I think that that's being held on to. But most importantly, that would be to forgive yourself for whatever you did, whatever you think you did. Imagine like if you had a friend, right? And if you swap places and they were replaying the past, like, would you have forgiven them? Or why can't you forgive yourself, kind of thing. So there's that one. Seize the day. So yeah, step in your power. Take control of your life. You have so much willpower, I feel, in this group. There is so much potential for great things. But really, it's seize the day for yourself rather than what do other people want to see. And really, can you take that mask off? So there's that one. Show you are responsible by always telling the truth. So always tell the truth. So telling the truth for me, for this, is really being open about whatever you're struggling with, and really creating a space where it's okay to talk about it without being defensive. I think that telling the truth, again, with yourself, right, too, because that's not a given, right? We don't just automatically tell the truth to ourselves, but really being honest about what you are struggling with and how you think and how your loved ones. I really feel like there might be a relationship in this group, but like a close one, not necessarily intimate, but one that where you would be able to share with them what you're going through, and they will be willing to support you. Because I think there is a friend who wants to help you so badly and might be seeing you struggle, and that it's just been hard to admit it. That's the first step. Dare to loosen your grip for a while. You will see things differently. So for this talks about control, and that need to hold on to things, that like thinking that everything I'm doing, like maybe my addiction is keeping me safe, maybe my fear is keeping me safe. So loosening your grip on what is it that I'm trying to control so much, because how do I know that that's what's even right for me? Like that maybe if I'm letting go, then I'm able to see things differently. And I think that's the beauty, where it's like we don't know what we need necessarily, but the universe has a plan for you. And the universe wants you to trust. Trust, trust, trust. Okay, so then I have messages from your guardian angels for group 3. Okay, so this came up, communication. So with that one, that's again speaking your truth, speaking your honesty, and knowing kind of whenever you are going to be honest that this is fully supported. It might be really difficult, but I think these hidden things that are going on are protecting this addiction. And so talking about it will really, really be helpful. And we have nurturing. So with this one, I'm feeling like, are you nurturing yourself? Because there has been this message of like this self-love and really getting in to look in the mirror and really nurturing, like doing things for yourself, as well as being in nature. I think will be really helpful. Just getting fresh air. Like, are you inside? Are you at your job all day long? Because that's keeping you from getting, clean, or from abstaining from your addiction. So there's that one. And then healing. Okay, so with this, your angels are healing you right now. Like this moment in your life, you are being healed just right now by watching this video and by doing something for yourself for overcoming the addiction. Like, there is so much healing light that your angels want to send you, and they want you to meditate. I'm really feeling that meditation is going to be really beneficial for you in order to heal the stuck energy that has been replaying these cycles. So that is everything I got for you. Hopefully you enjoyed this reading, and we will see you in the next video. Sending lots of love. Bye.